Alright, here's the next project bike. I got it off Gumtree for $650, which I realise now I probably shouldn't have paid for, but the photo he sent, it looked pretty new, it looked pretty, well looked after. The tyre wasn't as worn out, and this wasn't scratched. And I'm a bit shitty about that. I'm sick at the moment, so I said alright and bought it and handed over the cash stupidly. But other than that, it's not bad. It rides well, goes for all the gears. It's obviously done a lot of road work, not much off-road. It's from Bowling, so it's probably used to run drugs or some shit. Not that I really care. I got it now, so. It needs a new rear shocker. I'm not sure exactly which one I should put on, what length, but I'll go for a good one because I know what it's like to have a nice rear shocker. It's a beautiful feeling compared to something that's fucked, like bouncy as fuck. Other than that, the front room's bent, so I'm going to have to replace that with the other bike before I sell it. With the other bike's front wheel. I've got a 1/8 turn throttle that I'm going to put on it. Some billet levers, just for the hell of it. And I'll have to get another plastic set later on, but that doesn't really matter. What comes first is the TV head, and maybe a bigger bore, and maybe a bigger carby. I'll have to wait for the carby though, so I'll have to make this one go for as long as I can. That means I'll have to rejet it when I put on a big bore, so I can only go to 170 because it's a shorter stroke than the Y-axis, so I can't go to the 184 unfortunately. But yeah, one of the major differences is with the other bike and this one is the seat to peg is much larger, so I can actually, if anyone's seen me down at Frankston, I'm really uncomfortable on the other little bike because my knees are always crushed up and I hate going on the inside because I have to put my leg out and I smack my knees on the bars. It's just not nice. But yeah, one thing I noticed is that it's got a bit of a fucked bearing in there, in the front end and rear end. In the rear end, the chain isn't even aligned. And he told me he got this service just before I bought it, which I didn't believe him. He was trying to tell me it's because he got this bolt replaced, because the other one snapped. But he didn't get it serviced, I don't think. The oil doesn't look too bad, but the valves weren't set correctly because when it gets hot it loses a bit of compression, so I don't know. Other than that, it'd be a good bike. I got all the parts for it. I'm just kicking myself about that rear shocker because I got a spare one. It's just not long enough. So anyway, I'll get working. It's more of just a before vid to show off what it looked like when I got it, as a lot of people should do, because it's a pretty good comparison. But yeah, alright, that's it.